Howdy nerds. I was asked to explain how this flying machine worked. I uploaded the Mark II version on the Reddit, the Stone Generator Mark II, and it got surprisingly popular. But people they knew how the flying machine worked. This is a design from Java Edition. I have just translated it to work in Bedrock. As you can see, it is an observer chain. It's like you're adding these support flying machine on a normal flying machine. The normal flying machine looks like this. You got a sticky piston looking at the back, and you got standard piston looking in the front. And then you got observers connected to them. This is very fast machine compared to that one over there. And it's not generally that useful to have a fast machine because uh, maybe you need a machine to run a tunnel bore. Maybe you need machine for some very slow mechanic like lava. So something like that is too fast. Lava never dispense, while something at the back, that observer chain flying machine, will work as fine. Um, you can even make that machine even slower or a bit faster. I'll explain how that works. As you can see, there is this massive difference. This machine is still going, and that's reached over there already. Now, you can use this machine for TNT dupers, and not TNT duper, that's only Java thing. You can use it for TNT tunnel bores, and your tunnel bore would not run into TNT, it has just dispensed, unlike that other flying machine. Now, let's crack on how to make it. Well, to build this machine, you need slime blocks or you need honey blocks. Honey blocks also connect redstone power. We're going to start with the front side. Here we go, 2 slime blocks, then a sticky piston looking at the back, and a standard piston running into this arrangement. We're going to build with the slower part of the flying machine, that's the sticky piston side. You're going to first connect it with the observer like this, get rid of those. And then you place sticky piston, slime block, sticky piston, slime block. There are no gaps here, that's to make sure. And this side is slower because when the machine moves, the observer has to first detect that it has moved, which takes 0.1 seconds, and then the sticky piston has to extend and retract, which takes about 0.4 seconds. This makes it like two repeaters, one set to 4 redstone ticks and one set to default. And then we are at the faster moving side. Here we need gaps, so one gap there, slime block, piston, and we need an observer running into it. This side is faster because the observer need to only detect once, takes 0.1 seconds, and then the piston has to push, extend, which takes 0.2 seconds. So you get 0.3 seconds delay over here. You don't need to memorize it. I do it like just by guessing it. That's how I do it. You need to make sure that the normal piston side have one gap, except for the starter piston. Well, what do I mean by the starter piston? Well, this is the piston, standard piston, which interacts with the front part of the machine, which is this one over here. This is the starter piston, just remember it. This one pushes the machine and it all starts. The slower side starts pulling each other, pulling, and then the faster side, which always has a gap over here in front of the piston, pushes. They get pulled toward the slime block and they push. Now you go over here and you start the machine. That is the rule. It starts from this piston. Don't start with any other piston like here. If you do mistake, the machine would either be too long to push or pull, or it will just do that, not move at all. And if you do break it somehow, then you can just redo the same thing you did and it will fix itself. Now let's go here, here, and here. Go bam, and the machine goes and goes and goes. Now we'll look on how to stop it. You can either stop it if there's a ground below it with a slime block, or you can place obsidian in front of it. Now let's make it even slower. To make it even slower, we start with the slower side, that is the sticky piston, slime block, sticky piston, slime block, sticky piston, as far as you like. Sticky piston, slime block. Make sure you connect them with the observers. If you don't, then the machine will break. It will be like half open. And you go observer over here, place observer like that, and with help of that observer you place one here and one here, and then we got one last observer to place, that is over here. Now we go over the faster part of the flying machine. You have observer there, standard piston, one gap, slime block, one gap, slime block, sticky piston, slime block, one gap. Now a piston is not sticky piston. Then we need one gap over here in front of the flying machine, in front of the piston. And you can see over here as we have connected. Now we need to power them with an observer like that. Move that one, place like that, and place, make sure that they go into the slime block so it will get powered. And we need one final touch over here, and that's it. Now let's go and check that we placed observers over every piston. It seems like I have connected every one of them, so let's start. Bam. And the machine is moving. It does look like a caterpillar. I can see why the Java Redstone community named it like that. And now let's go how to make it shorter. To make it shorter, you just remove part of the machine, like for example this part, and connect with the proper rule I told you. The slower side has no gap, while the faster side has one gap with the piston. But if you make it this slow, then the starter piston doesn't have a gap. Now let's go start, and there we go, boom. That's how you make a faster machine, like that's how you make it faster, and that's how you make it slower. Now let's do a not big recap. This is the starter piston. You always update the observer over here to start it. This is the slower part of the flying machine, and this is the faster part of the flying machine. Slower part of the flying machine doesn't have any gaps when you build it, and the faster part has gaps just in front of the standard pistons, except for the starter piston. That's it. Thanks for watching. Come again next time. Bye.